everyone. I wanted to start out by saying that I'm going to start a series of the tarot spells, and I am getting my teachings from this beautiful book that is from the Tarot Spells by Janina Renee. She is an excellent author, and I haven't found a book that covers tarot spells like this one. It is really, really good. She gives a breakdown of everything, how to, pick your cards, and she gives a whole bunch of different rituals for different reasons and different things in your life, such as love and career changes and all that kind of stuff. But what I'm going to go over today is pretty much very general in this video, very, very like an introduction of how to start out. The first thing I recommend is to get a deck that speaks to you for just tarot spells. Just purchase that, those set of cards for that purpose, and don't mix it with divination because it's two different energies, and you're kind of mixing energies there. So you will just purchase a deck just for tarot spells. Now, this deck that I have here is the Llewellyn deck that I have spread out. And this deck is very good for rituals because it's very, the pictures are beautiful. They're very large cards. Depending on, your personal preference, what you basically prefer. But like you see the Queen of Swords, and the colors are very nice and vibrant, and they're very clear. This is the Justice, and then the Moon card, which is very, very nicely and depth card. So I just laid out this is a very traditional type of deck, and at the same time it's very modern, and the colors are beautiful. So it's kind of a good set or deck for utilizing for rituals. But however, you can use whichever deck you feel comfortable with. And in the book, Janina recommends more of a traditional type, like a Rider-Waite, for the spells. But like I mentioned, I believe that you can pick any type that speaks to you and works for you. There's also the small tarot decks that are like very tiny. Those are great because they're small and you can kind of lay them out very nicely. So those are good as well. So that also depends on your preference. Now, I'm going to start out by saying the difference between magic, high magic, and the regular pragmatic magic, which is what I'm going to talk about. High magic is basically bringing spiritual and metaphysical transformations to an individual. So it's called high magic because it's very in depth. However, in this type of spells that are in this book, they're very pragmatic, and they deal all kinds of concerns which are everyday concerns, such as romance, family matters, job concerns, legal problems, etc. So pretty much all kinds of day-to-day issues that we go through in life. The ethics, we all know the ethics. Don't do anything that pretty much is going to hurt someone else, or is going to kind of force them to do something or act in a certain manner to your advantage. That is not at all what you should be doing with the tarot decks or in spells in general. Also, basically kind of getting thoughts and vibrations. Your mind is very important in spells, because if you're thinking negative, oh, I'm going to do a ritual for getting this job, but then you start thinking otherwise, I'm not going to get it, and you start thinking about all these obstacles in getting that job, you're blocking the spell. So that is very important to have a clear mind, and to basically be very positive and believe in what you are doing. Okay. Now, we're going to go over card meanings on another spell and other videos that I'm going to be doing after this one. We're going to talk about card meanings, how to pick, the cards for the spell, We're also going to talk about accessories such as gemstones that you can use for combining with the ritual. Herbs, candles are very, very important. Candles are extremely important in tarot spells because they give a dimension of fire. And the fire element is very important because fire is always the element of speed and brings things very fast to us. So it pretty much is very important. And oils and all that stuff I'm going to go over in the following videos to come. Also, I'm going to talk about the card meanings again. Card meanings are very controversial in the sense that, for example, the moon card can represent emotions, but it can also represent deceptions. So it depends for you what it means. You know, every person has a different meaning to the cards. So that's where we have to kind of clarify that and kind of give a general meaning to the card and work with that energy of the card. Okay. So again, it talks about the symbolism of the deck is very important because it gives you, that's what the energy you're going to be working with, basically. The symbolism of the card. Okay. Uses of the cards, try to use like very positive cards for your, you know, like the sun, the world, temperance, the star, etc. You know, and the layout of the cards, pretty much the layout of the cards that are recommended from the book are 3. So basically, three cards are what is mostly recommended from her. It could be past, present, future. It could be first event, second event, third event. It could be initial action, progress, and outcome. Influence, subject, and influence. It could be subject, action necessary, and object desired. So she recommends to work in 3 and to work with 3 cards. So that's very interesting. And you could compose your own rituals. She recommends it a lot in the book to compose your own, you know, tarot spells, because that way it has more of your energy and it brings about the effects or the result that you want faster to you. And then the accessories for the spells, again, color are very important. The colors we're going to be using for the ritual is very, very important. And we're going to talk about that in another video, how to utilize colors in your tarot spells. How to kind of coordinate together with, let's say we're going to work with a purple energy, so we have the amethyst, and we're going to bring about the energy of the amethyst to the reading. So basically that's another part or component. Flowers, if you have flowers, great, because that's going to bring in another type of energy to your ritual, the earth element. So candles, crystals, any type of decoration that you feel comfortable with, goblets, knives, mirrors, incense, very good, herbs as well, you can do that as well. And we're going to talk about all that and how we could basically color correspondences with the significance is basically what we're going to be talking about. Action, basically some of the spells that are performed are for certain actions. So let's say you asked to write things on a paper. Basically you're going to inscribe in a candle, or you're going to be writing, you know, you're going to be doing different type of rituals for different type of things, okay? Meditation and visualization is very important in the tarot spells, affirmations, and basically, and what you do after completing the spell is going to be another part I'm going to be talking about. So, and the right for tarot magics, like basically how to set out your incense burner and all that kind of stuff. Now, I would recommend to block out 1 hour for your tarot spell, because that way you could get enough time to do everything. So I hope you've enjoyed this introduction to tarot spell video, and I will be doing more to come. I will be putting some notes on the side, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Many blessings, and blessed be.